Live from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, MLB The Show has action out of the NL Central. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Milwaukee Brewers. John Shambi on play-by-play. Chris Singleton providing the color. Well, Singy, all eyes on him today after his incredible performance in the last one.
Yeah, Boog, that was one of the best hitting displays I've seen in a while. My man was in the zone. He's able to carry that momentum over to today. We're in for a show.
First pitch coming your way next. And on the hill, the lefty, Kyle Harrison. And Chris, he's hoping for some better fortune moving forward.
Well, I'm looking to see if he can increase the amount of swings and misses and perhaps get more strikeouts, because hitters are batting over 300 against him, and that means guys are getting the barrel to the ball. Exit velocity's got to be pretty good when you have that kind of batting average, so he's going to have to find a way to do something different in this one.
All right, ready to get underway. This is Joey Bart. And we are underway. On the ground, right side. And that one finds its way through. So a man on base to start the inning. Grounded to third. Could be two. Over to Turan. One. On the ball. Two.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Base is empty after the double play. Here's O'Neal Cruz. This one in the air, center field. And that is that. One hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. Now it's the Brewers' turn. It's a scoreless ball game. Back here in Milwaukee, and on the mound for the Pirates, Mitch Keller. What do we have on him?
Well, he got into the 8th inning his last time out, really pitching deep into games as of late. We'll see today how many innings he's got in him.
Bryce Turan up now for the Brewers. Turan went deep in his most recent game. Gets the outside corner with that one. Swing and a miss at a slider.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone, because that's where you get hurt. Base hit.
And a board on the leadoff single.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Didn't try to do too much with it. Just a really controlled, simple swing. You don't see a whole lot of that these days with hitters trying to launch and hit home runs, but sometimes you got to shorten up just like that. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
That's a strike. Rudder takes off. Pitch hit for a strike. Go to second. Save.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a drive, deep right field. into the corner, the foul. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. You're in game 3 of this 4-game series. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The 2-2. Fights it off. You'll see another. And it's second. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
You're always having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Swing and a miss. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Let's take a look at the Brewers lineup. This team collectively, Chris, the bat-to-ball skills are outstanding. They lead the league in total hits coming in.
Yeah, Boog, I wouldn't want to be a pitcher who's got to face this lineup. I mean, every spot in the order is dangerous. Really professional hitters that walk to the dish. I mean, they just don't give away bats. A ton of contact. You know, these fielders behind this pitcher, they better be on their toes because the ball is going to be in play a whole lot.
Yeah, when the ball is in play, at least from an offensive perspective.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
High fly ball down the left field line. Way back there. And that comes foul. Left field. Makes a nice grab at a full sprint. And there are 2 outs. And now it's William Contreras. Chris, he's definitely going to finish the year with a new career high in homers. We just don't know how many he's going to hit quite yet. That one is absolutely belted. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should score the run. He comes a run for second. And he'll pull into second safely.
Well, his best first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped out on the stick.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. And on second, 2 down. And a foul ball. Laser to the catch. Should score the run. Rounds third, headed to the plate. And they lead by 2. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Great hands on that swing to take the inside pitch and drive it into the gap for the double. It's easy to spin off a pitch like that, Bird, and you pull that thing foul, but that was perfect.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Andrew Vaughn up now for the Brewers. Vaughn wants to challenge this, thought it was a ball. And that one did miss, and the strike is overturned. Still 2 challenges left for them. The 1-0. Big swing and a miss.
Not really attacking on the mound in this at bat. All breaking balls, so that makes me think they're not really wanting to challenge him here.
Sliced hard, but foul. Runner at second, 2 down. That misses the zone, and the count's full.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Drilled in the air out towards right center. Reaching for it, makes the catch. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We move to the second in Milwaukee. The Brewers lead this one 2-0. This is Brewers baseball on the show, Wisconsin. Back here at American Family Field, now the left fielder, Jack Sawinski.
Ball.
And that one is lifted in the air. Chourio on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one down.
Yep.
Strike two.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
High fly ball, shallow right field. And there are two down. So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Connor Griffin.
Really strong hitting performance recently. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
Griffin recently earned Rookie of the Month honors. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two. Ripped on the ground to second. In time to ball. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. It's the Brewers 2 and the Pirates nothing. Back here in Milwaukee, bottom of the inning, Luis Lara up now for the Brewers. Lara with some struggles at the plate recently, not uncommon for rookies. 0-1 down. Just off the inside edge.
You know, Boog, at the start of my career, I got only 3 hits in my first month, but I kept at it, and I finished the year hitting 300. I know he's going through it a bit right now, but he's capable of figuring it out.
Up the middle. Throw to first in time. Swings and sends a rocket to right. And it gets fired. And he'll reach second with one away.
Waste no time there. I'll tell you, when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that, I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a point the other way.
One out, runner at second. David Hamilton up now for the Brewers. Pitch is in there. Strike one.
That's a ball.
One out and a runner at second. Bottom half of inning number 2. That one finds the zone. That is strike 2.
Ball, no.
Hit on the ground to short. Griffin whips it to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play.
Well, a well-thrown slider like that one can be tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
Ball one on the pitch inside.
I think it's very important to establish the inside part of the plate early. It sets the tone for the rest of the game.
In the air to left center. Sawinski gets under it. And that will end the inning. After two. Top half of the third inning. Stepping in, number 63. Fought off foul.
Ball.
Harrison, 24 years old, and he was a third-round pick in 2020. The 1-1 is fouled off. In the air, left field, Chourio on the move towards foul ground. Makes the grab on the run. And there's one down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
That's inside. All right, Chris, when you talk about great logos, the Milwaukee Brewers, the M and the B that form a glove, not everyone even realizes that it's an M and a B with that glove. They started using it in 1978 and have been using it a lot more recently. It's a great logo, Chris.
Yeah, Boog, I remember as a kid, my brother had that ball cap, and I would just kind of borrow it. Some would say steal it, but it was just such a cool-looking logo. I had no idea until years later that that's what was hidden on the inside of it, that M and that B, but very, very cool.
Comes up empty. That's strike two. Chris, where does this Brewers glove logo rank for you all time?
I'd say for me, it's right there in the top 5. I mean, their logos and everything is sort of your personal experience, but ball caps that we had around the house, Montreal Expos growing up, Milwaukee Brewers, that Philadelphia Philly where the red was a deeper red, more of that burgundy. But those were just iconic logos, and so because of that early impression, they stay in my top 5.
Rafael Flores in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. I think it's one of the best all time. An art student at UW-Eau Claire created it. It is super creative, and I think one of the better logos we have in the sport. Right side, hard hit. Tosses the first, and the Pirates go 1-2-3. It's the Brewers 2 and the Pirates nothing. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling. This one in the air, center field. And there's one away. That misses. Ball one. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And that just straightened his zone. The call is overturned. They'll keep both their challenges. Swings through that one for strike two.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Got him swinging. Two down, bases empty. Next for Milwaukee, William Contreras.
Ha!
Slider misses outside. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike two.
Ball two.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. And that will end the inning. Gone in order are the Brewers, but they're on top 2-0. On to the fourth. To the plate now for Pittsburgh is the DH, Joey Bart. Harrison back to work.
Ball one.
That one ripped, but foul.
So glad these ballparks have installed the netting to protect the fans, keep things safer all around the league.
Base knock right field. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. On to first. One pitch and one out. So now with one away and a man at second, O'Neill Cruz, the next Pirate to hit.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Here's a 1-1. Chopper to second. Terang slinging it to first in time.
Ball.
And that one ripped to left. That's a base hit. Run score.
Big time at bat right there. Comes through, and they're back within a run. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages, working on getting to the opposite field.
In time to ball. That ends the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. It's an NL Central showdown right here on back here at the ballpark. Let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
He's safe.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Here's the strike.
Well, these Brewers showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across the score as well.
Here comes the 0-1.
No.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Up the middle, and he knocks it down. But it's not in time. Base hit.
Well, with his speed, he doesn't get a whole lot of those infield hits, but he was giving it everything he had right there.
First and second, no outs. Luis Lara up now for the Brewers. He's 0 for 1. In the air, left field. Sawinski should have this one. 1 away.
He's picked up right where he left off last game, dude. What can't this guy do? It's like BP for him in the box lately.
And that one fouled off. 2 on, 1 out. Double steal. That's it for a strike. Go to third. Too late. Safe. Double steal.
When a guy's got that kind of lead at second base, somebody's got to call timeout. Pitcher's got to step off. The catcher's got to ask the ump for time or something. You can't let him get out that far. If you don't have a good thrower behind the plate, he's going to steal third almost standing up. That's a really good job of being aggressive by the base runner.
Good job to fight that one off.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
1-1.
Second and third, 1 away. Here in the bottom of the fourth.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
Not close with that one. Full count back. Battling here as he fouls it away. Payoff pitch. Sawinski has a beat on it. He's there. He's got it. Runner tagging from third. He's in to score the sac fly, and they lead by 2.
In that situation, you're looking to get something up in the zone that you can put in the air. Worst case scenario, a sacrifice fly to drive in that runner from third.
Ground ball right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Brewers 3 and the Pirates 1. You're watching Brewers baseball on The Show, Wisconsin. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
You know, these Pirates just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
That one close, rule the ball. Ball 2.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Check swing, and he went. And that's strike 1. Right through there for a strike. In the air to left center. Mitchell turns to the right on the move. He's got it. 1 up, 1 down. Swing and a foul out of play. The Brewers leading by 2, and we're at the top of the 5th. Line drive, base hit right field. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Nick York, the next Pirate to hit. 0 for 1. He grounded out his first at bat. Close, but called the ball. And that is ball 1.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
Ball 2.
And that's off the inside edge. Ball 3.
Right through there on the strike. 3-1 count. Saying to himself, I've got to get a fastball here. Just spins a get-me-over breaking ball. Bring the count forward.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. 2-away now.
Now, it can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump, one that lasts for several games, even a week or more. No, right now, he's really in one, so I'm sure his mind is all over the place, racing, having a hard time sleeping, trying to figure out what can get him back on track, back to feeling more comfortable and settled in the box.
The 0-1.
No.
Now one missed. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. And a seed into center. That's a base hit. Coming home. The relay to the plate. Slides his hand in there. See. They trail by 1. It's 3-2. So the Pirates batting order turns over. Joey Barduck here. Ball 1 there. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
Well, at that velocity, if that's all you're seeing, 88, you can handle that all day long. That's what you get in batting practice.
Well, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. 1 run, a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Brewers 3 and the Pirates 2. This is Brewers baseball on the show, Wisconsin. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's the leadoff man for the Brewers, Bryce Terang. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Way back there, it's got a chance. And in 1 out to the wall. And it's a leadoff double to start the bottom of the 5th.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Mitch Keller won't go any further. Just never found his groove, wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on, back in a moment. New pitcher on here, Justin Lawrence.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left with. Well, these Brewers doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding ways.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. Gives up the body and makes the catch. Runner tags at second.
Outstanding catch right there, and I love the commitment that he showed. He knew that the wall was close, but was determined to make that catch, and a nice calculation of just how much room he had to try to minimize that contact.
Mitchell stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Bullpen action for the Pirates. Kyle Nicholas up and throwing. Matson getting loose as well. The 1-0.
No.
And I think those numbers we were talking about do a really good job of showing us how the offense is taking what they can get at the plate.
Fly ball out to left field. Brings it in. Runner tags for home. The relay. Save. And they add to their lead as the run scores from third.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
No, that's the ball.
2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across. Last half of inning number 5. This one in the air right field, and no one can get there. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Here's Yelich at the dish. Wendler into the outfield for a knock. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Ball.
Pitch gets away. Runners hold. Count moves to 2-0. Two on, 2 outs. Fastball for a strike. In the dirt, blocked. And a miss, and he got him to chase. 2 aboard, 2 outs. On the ground to the left. The underhand flip. What a play. Inning over. 2 men left stranded, but they do. Here at American Family Field. Close game here, and a chance now to look at a few highlights from this one. At the plate, Brian Reynolds.
Ball 1.
Reynolds, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he was a 2nd-round pick back in 2016.
Ball
He's been
2.
raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Hard hit left side. Throw to first is in time. There's a line drive to left field. 2 down. Next to bat will be the Pittsburgh cleanup hitter, Jack Sawinski.
Ball.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. Hamilton settles underneath it, and that'll do it. Bucks go down quietly, still down by a count of 4-2. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Isaac Matson.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
grounder. That's through for a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion. Picking up where he left off last game, Boog. Really comfortable in the box. You can see it in his body language.
Rerun.
As a pitcher, you don't want to throw get-me-over fastballs just for strikes. You really need to command your pitches to this guy at the plate.
Outside.
Brad wrapped out 4 hits in his last game. Check swing. He went. And the count 1-2.
Ball 2.
Next offering is outside. Lara aboard here at first with nobody out. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Payoff pitch. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Out towards right center field. Reynolds gets under it. And there's one down.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
There's a line drive to left field. That's out number 2. This is Bryce Terang. First pitch misses. On a line, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Headed for the plate. He will score, and they take a 3-1 lead.
Picks himself up an RBI. A lot of times in today's game, right fielders are able to get to a ball that stays in like that. But he hit that one pretty well. And if he hits it just a little bit different on the barrel, it's out of here easily. But there's nothing wrong with the extra bases right there.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Round third, headed to the plate. Here comes the throw. Saved at the plate, and the run scores all the way from second. And they lead by 4.
Well done. Drives in the run. That one was smoke coming off the bat, and it looked like there might have been a close play at the plate. Good job of base running rounding third, making sure he could come in and score that run.
So digging in, Garrett Mitchell. Drilled in the air out towards right center. That is the inning. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. 7th inning coming up. It's the Brewers 6 and the Pirates 2. It's an NL Central showdown right here on MLB The Show. We go to the top of the 7th. Here's the second baseman, Nick Gonzalez. The Pirates in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at bat out of him right here.
And first offering is fouled off.
Ball.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. On the ground, and that one handled. Fires to first in time. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Well, he's known for that four-seamer, Boog, and we've seen plenty of it from him today. You don't throw one pitch this much without having plenty of confidence in it. Not a whole lot of damage against him yet, and he may just keep this approach.
Oh, look at the stop. Throw to first, and very nicely done for the out.
Well, I think key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Number 63 up for the third time here. Watches that one miss. And another ball. A little bit low. 3 balls, no strikes.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
2 down, nobody on. There's a strike. And there's ball 4.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on a tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
Nick York, the next Pirate to hit. York having a lot more success on the road this season. And that drops in for a strike. The 0-1. Ripped on a line to center. And that'll do it. Pirates leave 1. They still trail it here. It's 6-2. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Kyle Nicholas.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it. Some hitters are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
The 0-1. Ground ball to the right side. He's hit. aboard to start the inning.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in.
Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Ball.
Late with the swing there. Contreras gets his lead at first. Nobody out. In the air, center field. Takes it in for the out. One out man at first. Next for the Brewers, Andrew Vaughn. 1 for 3. Outside low, and that's ball 1.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
And that one is downstairs. And the count is 3-1. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
And a foul ball.
Always tough to turn 2 on a speedster like this. It's even harder with him coming out of the left-handed batter's box. You really need something to hit hard on the ground that they can handle to turn 2 quickly.
Ball 1.
In the dirt. The Brewers trying to break this one open. Near the bottom of the 7th. This one in the air, center field. Cruz on his way over. He makes the grab. Runner tags at second, and he moves up to third. Now 2 away. So up next, Cooper Pratt.
Well, Drew, yet another standout game from him. Quick hands, great balance in the box. You can tell he puts a lot of work in, and it's paying off.
Right through there for a strike. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. And it's fouled off.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
2 on, 2 outs. Writes that one away. Still 1-2. Got it. Swinging for the strikeout. No runs, a hit, 2 left. 8th inning coming up. It's the Brewers 6 and the Pirates 2. You're watching Brewers baseball on The Show, Wisconsin. Back here in Milwaukee, here's the Pirates catcher now, Rafael Flores.
Ball down.
And the 1-0. That
No,
one
that's
missed.
the ball.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
In for a strike, and a count 2-1. Inside,
No, inside.
just missed. That one hammered, but pulled foul. And a payoff pitch. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk. Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
And that one is lifted in the air. Lara on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. One out, man at first. Ryan Reynolds here. 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts. Just missed. The lefty, the 1-0. Swing and he breaks his back. Grabs it on the run. Out number 2. Ball 1 low. He swings and fouls one off. Flores, the runner at first with 2 gone.
Ball 2.
The 2-1. That's
Ball.
a little bit low. Looked like a strike to me, and here comes the challenge. It just shaved his zone. So they still got both their challenges. Now it's 3-2.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Hit on the ground to short. Pratt fires the first on the run, and that's a nice play to end the inning. It's the Brewers 6 and the Pirates 2. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Hunter Barco.
Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Here's the third baseman, David Hamilton. 0 for 3 in this one.
Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
Fastball catches the corner at the knees. Hamilton not happy about that called strike. Here's the challenge. And that one was indeed a strike. One challenge remaining for them now. Popped in the air. Left field. One down. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. Activity in the bullpen. Mason Montgomery, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. This looks like extra bases. Around first, heading for two. And he's got a double. Fourth hit of the night for him.
Boog, I know you love the slug. Well, slugging percentage is on the rise in this one. That's his third extra base hit of the game.
Pretty much a narrow swing on that one as he lifted into the opposite field gap. I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bomb. So many positives that led to that knock.
One out, runner at second. Jackson Choria up now for the Brewers. And that misses. Ball one. And at second, runner takes off for third. Pitching for a strike. Ball bounces, and he's in there safely with a stolen base. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball. The 1-1.
Ball two.
This is just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Challenge from behind the dish here. And it's a called strike after the review. Still two challenges left for them. One away with a runner at third. Near the bottom half of the eighth inning. To the right side. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Runner in for third to extend their lead. It's an RBI single, and the lead is up to 5. Here goes the runner. Pitching for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close.
Clearly not content with the lead they're working with right now, and I like that. I don't think you can get comfortable with a 5-run lead in today's game, and now they've got a good chance of adding on.
One out and a runner at second. Now, that's out number 2.
First strikeout for him in this one, and that splitter is maybe the go-to pitch when he's looking for a swing and miss like that. He throws it quite a bit, and that's a good example of the effect it can have on a hitter.
Contreras stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep both their challenge. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. And on second, 2 down. Outside. And a full count now.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. They limit the damage here. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. Through 8 full, Milwaukee leads. Back here at American Family Field, here's the left fielder, Jack Sawinski.
Ball.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And the leadoff man aboard. Knee high, that's in for a strike.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Love takes it in for the out. 1 away. Now it's the shortstop, Connor Griffin. Base hit, and now 2 aboard.
No.
The Buccos down 5, trying to battle back here in the top of the 9th. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Chourio should have this one. Reaches for it and breaks it in. Runner tags at second, and he moves up a base. So 2 away with runners at the corners. Last chance now for the Pirates. Nick York, the next Pirate to hit. Is absolutely belted. Out of here! A 3-run digger, and they slice it to the lead. It's 7-5.
That swing just injected more drama into this one. The curve up and in can be such a tough pitch for the hitters. You have to keep your hands above the baseball, and that's exactly what he did. Caught it out front and drove it out of here.
Manager to the mound, pitching change coming. Kyle Harrison wheels apart, but he leads with the lead after giving them some decent innings. We'll be back with a new pitcher in a moment. Now on the bump, D.L. Hall. He's pitching on 2 days rest. Hall, 27 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2017. They're down to their final strike.
Nothing but curveballs so far in the at-bat. Kind of makes it difficult as a hitter to know what to look for because you start wondering if they'll keep coming with it or they'll try to speed you up.
A little bit low, and the count's full. Fair ball. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
That's tremendous fight from him, and I know it's got the dugout fired up down there. Down to the last strike, and he comes up with a hit to keep the game alive. It ain't over yet.
Back to the top of the order now. Now it's going to be ground ball up the middle. Brad. Throw to first. And the Brewers take the first 3 games of this 4-game set.
Well, this was a fun game all the way around. We saw plenty of action. 12 runs total on the board, but a pretty close finish at the end.
Live from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, MLB The Show has action out of the NL Central. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Milwaukee Brewers. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Sciambi. We're all eager to see if his heroics last time out carry over. He was absolutely late, Singy.
Dialed in is right, partner. Everything seemed to be going his way. Looking forward to seeing if that same timing and energy carries over in this one.
right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Starting on the mound in this one, Dustin May. And Chris, he's hoping for some better fortune moving forward.
Well, I'm looking to see if he can increase the amount of swings and misses and perhaps get more strikeouts, because hitters are batting over 300 against him, and that means guys are getting the barrel to the ball. Exit velocity's got to be pretty good when you have that kind of batting average, so he's going to have to find a way to do something different in this one.
Just about ready to roll. Spencer Horwitz digs in now. And away we go here in Milwaukee. Next offering is fouled back. On the ground, right side. Slings to first in time. Here's the Pirates lineup now. And so far this year, this has not been a very good offense.
Well, in this day and age, if you can't slug and get on base, that OPS has to be at a certain level. If you're going to produce runs, give your pitchers an opportunity, as they're facing tough offenses as well.
This one in the air, center field. Mitchell on his way over. He's got it. And it's 2 down.
Hey man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That was an excellent pace.
Jake Mangum now at the plate. Didn't play in last night's game. A little breather for him. That's too low. And it's 1-0. Command has been the issue, no doubt. What do you see?
Just too many pitches in the heart of the zone. He's not commanding his pitches and working the edges up and down.
Terrain over to first in time. Out number 3. Now it's the Brewers' turn. It's a scoreless ball game. You're watching Brewers baseball on The Show, Wisconsin. We go to the bottom of the first. And on the mound for the Pirates, Braxton Ashcraft. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
To the right side. Throw to first in time. Let's take a look at the Brewers lineup. One guy swinging a hot bat recently, Gary Sanchez.
He's been a solid force for his team right now. Kind of a fire starter when you consider an on-base percentage over 400 over the last 10 games. That's solid, consistent work. He's making things happen for this offense right now.
Here's the left fielder, Jackson Chourio. 4 for 13 in the series entering this one. And that drops in for a strike.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
And that's in for a strike. And the count is 0-2.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touching him.
Bart gets the first. Quick recovery from the misplay, pays off for the out.
Really good hard bite to that breaking ball for the strikeout right there. I mean, he was able to bury it down below the zone, and that's throwing the pitch with conviction. Good thing for the pitcher, he's not going to miss in the zone, and that's where you get hurt. Excellent execution with 2 strikes. That could be a big weapon for him in this start.
Outside with a breaking ball. Two down, nobody on.
He's looking pretty sharp to start the ball game. He's got that good fastball working early.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Got him. That's the inning. Scoreless after 1. Back here at American Family Field. All set for the start of the inning. Here's O'Neal Cruz. That one ripped but foul. And the 0-1.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back.
Hard hit. Knocks it down.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Bottom of the zone and a called strike.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
And it's through for a hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Big rip off the bat there. Some seriously loud contact on that knock. Didn't bring in the run, but he got him that much closer to taking the lead here. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
This is Joey Barton. 3 for 14 in the series. Right through there for a strike. Strike 2.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow
Makes the grab.
That's a really nice play ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those could be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there. He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam. Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Just missed. And that'll load the bases.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
So up next, Connor Griffin. Golden opportunity right here. That one misses. That's 5 straight. Now a pop-up on the infield. One under it. Out number 2.
Man, it's so frustrating. You got a couple of runners on. You want to try to drive in at least one run. Maybe you get a little too big with the swing. Pops out right there. And I tell you what, nobody's more frustrated with that at bat than him.
zone for a called strike.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
Pitch gets away. But no advance from the runners. Swings and misses. Struck him out. Huge strikeout there.
He's in a tough spot. Had to make a great pitch. Did it. Got the strikeout. Gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Back here in Milwaukee, now the Brewers cleanup hitter, Andrew Vaughn.
The fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And now it's even 1-1.
Got some cut action to it. Velocity pretty good on that slider. So far, moving the ball around nicely.
That's a big hit. Man aboard. The middle. The flip. There's one. And that's a double play. Wow.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Base is empty after the double play. Luis Lara up now for the Brewers. And that's a fair ball. Around first, digging for two. The throw in, and he'll make it to second base with two gone.
Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Fouled off. He was late. The Brewers with a chance to score first. Bottom half of inning number 2. That one way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Well, they're looking to get on the board first here after that clutch 2-out double made this inning interesting.
Swing and a miss as he was late. That one not close. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. We played 2 full. No score. Welcome back, and take a look at some hot hitting in this series as we check out the numbers. Pitch misses inside. Ball 1. On a line, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front, lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Here's the pitch. Runner goes up the middle. One pitch and one out.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. The job was to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score the go-ahead run. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
Liner stays at first.
Well, baseball can be cool, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, O'Neill Cruz reached on an infield single his first time. The Pirates looking to strike first. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Out towards right center. That's well struck. Out of here. A 2-run shot. And the Pirates take the lead. It's 2-0.
Maybe he's starting to break out of this mini slump. That's the type of swing that makes you think good things are coming his way. Well, pitcher, the odds are in your favor if you keep that breaking ball down. That time, he got punished for it. Hitter just did a really good job of staying within himself and getting the barrel to the baseball.
Ripped on a line to center. And that'll do it. And ball coming. It's now a 2-0 ball game. It's an NL Central showdown right here on MLB The Show. Back here at American Family Field, set for the bottom of the 3rd, David Hamilton up now for the Brewers.
So easy to look at the big boys in this lineup, but he has been a pleasant surprise all season long.
Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game and sometimes from at bat to at bat. Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Just off the outside edge. Ball 1.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
All right, Chris, when you talk about great logos, the Milwaukee Brewers, the M and the B that form a glove, not everyone even realizes that it's an M and a B with that glove. They started using it in 1978 and have been using it a lot more recently. It's a great logo, Chris.
Yeah, Boog, I remember as a kid, my brother had that ball cap, and I would just kind of borrow it. Some would say steal it, but it was just such a cool-looking logo. I had no idea until years later that that's what was hidden on the inside of it, that M and that B. But very, very cool. Coming off a stellar performance at the dish last game, looking for his first hit in this one. Still early, though, Boog.
This is, again, 5 in a row. If you're playing right now, tweet out, I was this many days old when I found out the Brewers glove logo is an M and a B. Hashtag MLB The Show. Because I guarantee you there are people playing right now that had no idea there was an M and a B in that logo.
That's a great point.
I think it's one of the best all time. An art student at UW-Eau Claire created it. It is super creative, and I think one of the better logos we have in the school. Next offering misses. Ball 3. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. And a payoff pitch. Base hit, center field. And there it is. Keeps it rolling, and this one, Singy?
He made that look easy, keeping his bat in the zone on plane for a long time. That leads to a high contact rate and more barrels, Boog. Even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center field.
This one chopped in the ground, but foul. Runners at first and second with one gone here in the last half of the third. Line shot over the gauntlet for at least one. Runner around third. One runs in. Runner around third. Out in front of the plate. He scores to tie it up.
Well, it's starting over 2 RBIs with that swing, and this one is tough. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumping, didn't try to pull the ball, and let it get deep. Took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
One out. Runner at second. Garrett Mitchell up now for the Brewers. Foul ball there. And at second. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Boom, that's cheddar, baby.
Nope, that's in.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
That one misses. Full count. One out, the runner at second. Here in the finale of this 4-game set. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
Well, they didn't give him anything to hit, and now with runners on first and second, they've set up a double play opportunity. So not a terrible result.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Swings and misses. Strike 1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Justin Lawrence, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loose. Now a check on him at second, back safely. 2 on, 1 out. Grounder might be 2. He flips it to second in time. And they bounce into 2 already. This one ends the third. Brewers pick up a run on this RBI double. 2-2 game. Back here in Milwaukee. Start of the fourth.
Really important time for a shutdown inning. The last thing they want to do is give up the runs they just scored. Man, that'll steal the momentum. They're hoping to make quick work of this half inning.
And that's
No,
off
that missed. That's
the
the ball.
inside edge. And that is ball 1. Challenge from behind the dish here. And on further review, it was a strike. They'll keep both their challenge. The 0-1. Now he breaks his back. And it goes just foul. Just misses without one.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
The next pitch
That's the ball.
misses. Now 2-2.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. That one lifted to left. Chorio settles underneath it. 1 away.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay close.
That's a little bit low.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Swing and a ball lined out towards center. 2 down. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Connor Griffin. He's 0 for 1.
Ball, that's down.
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4.
No, that missed.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. Two down, nobody on. Just missed. That's in there. Now 3-2. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it. Now, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Just missed. And he swings over the top there.
2 strikes to a guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out. The only guy in the lineup with that strikeout. But you can't get too relaxed. You still got to make good pitches to get him out.
That was pretty nasty. We go to the bottom of the 4th. All even, 2 apiece. Bottom 4, here's the Brewers DH, Christian Yelich. Yelich with some impressive production lately. And that one hammered. That's down. 1 hop off the wall. Safe at second with nobody out, and that double has the go-ahead run in scoring position.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. This was a really nice swing. Didn't quite get enough behind it to get it out of here. The bases all the way. Think about the deadline trades that made huge differences. Moves for Juan Soto, David Justice, CC Sabathia, Justin Verlander, tons of great players. If he can perform well down the stretch, he could be the toast of the town.
Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate. And that's the strikeout looking. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout. And there's 1 away. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. So the go-ahead run in scoring position is Gary Sanchez. He's been a great free agent side. And that one finds its way through. Yelich flies around third. He scores and they have the lead. It's an RBI single, 3-2.
Well, it comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was good. There's something about pulling one down the line and shooting through the infield. It's just so satisfying as a hitter. It's just fun turning on a pitch like he did right there.
Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. Sanchez over at first with 1 away.
Ball.
The inside edge. And the count even 1-1. Swung on, belted. Carrying well. Out of here. A 2-run blast. His 7th home run of the season. And they tack on to their lead. It's 5-2. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself at bat after at bat. He's that confident.
A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly over with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Braxton Ashcraft is done, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. So they turn things over to the righty, Justin Lawrence.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
One down. Cooper Pratt up now for the Brewers. He walked and came around to score his first time up.
Ball.
That one ripped right center field. That's back there. And that one hits the wall. He's in at second with a 1-out double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay. Picking up where he left off last game, Blue. Really comfortable in the box. You can see it in his body now.
That's right next to the sweeper. One out and a runner at second. That one hit the knees for a strike.
Ball.
And there's the
That
ball.
missed. That's the ball.
Got him. That's out number 2.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information. But the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating, that's really good pitching right there. And it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together.
That's smacked down a line to center. And that will end the inning. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. It's now 5-2. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. And the leadoff man aboard.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
One down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. You did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
In the box with one away as he takes ball 1. Line drive to short and caught. He's already homered in this game. And a seed into center. That's a base hit. And now two aboard. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Fought off foul. Two on, 2 outs.
Ball, that's low.
Hit into the outfield. Runner at third puts on the brakes. Base is now loaded with 2 away.
That ball was drilled 106 off the bat, and that's the kind of feedback that tells you you're right where you want to be with your swing mechanics.
Here's Joey Barton. Swings and he breaks his back in time to ball. Out to escape a bases loaded jam unscathed. Pirates leave him loaded. They trail at 5-2. Back now to start the bottom of the 5th, and taking over on the mound, Isaac Matson.
And this marks the 60th time he's come on the pitch so far this year. Clearly a very relied upon arm in this bullpen. Well, these Brewers, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well. With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
Swings and misses, and that's the first out. In the air, left field. Mingo has a beat on it. Yeah, there's 2 away. Here's Yelich at the dish. Hammered down the right side, but foul. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a ground ball. Throws to first. Yelich out on the play. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. It's the Brewers 5. We're back with a look at key moments so far in this one. Andy Rodriguez will hit next. Close, nope, but call the ball. Ball 1. Rodriguez in his 4th year, 25 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic.
Ball outside.
The 2-1. Yeah, that's fouled off. Base knock right field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
He was all over that one. Nice line drive to the full side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Sliced hard but foul.
This guy's definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but at the very least, if he can find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball.
Fastball almost got him there. Battling here as he fouls it away. This is smacked left field line, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Coming home. Now a relay to the plate, and he's out on the tag. So now with one away and a man at second. Up next for the Pirates, Nick York. He'll go for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
That's low. That's a ball.
Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third. High fly ball, right field. And there are 2 down. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate.
Oh, that's it.
You always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Man on second, 2 down. That's outside.
That's the ball.
Ball 2. Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. Now a long throw home. And he's out. Touchdown, and that'll up the inning.
Bang play at the plate right there. Outfielder needed no help. An absolutely perfect throw to get him right on the money. Excellent tag by the catcher, and the inning ends on an awesome throw.
Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Kyle Nicholas.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Digging in is the switch inning outfielder, Luis Lara, 1 for 2. That one misses, and that's ball 1. Foul ball. Popped up. York settles under it. And there's 1 down. Activity in Pittsburgh's bullpen. Mason Montgomery, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go.
Ball.
Swings and misses. And the count 1-2.
Look, it looked like that curveball backed up on him, and although it's a mistake, it works out really good for the pitcher. The hitter's timed it up, expects it to be to a certain spot, and it just doesn't get there.
Fights it off. He'll see another. The 2-2. Struck him out without a swing. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Down the third baseman, David Hamilton. He had a big swing back in the fourth, a 2-run homer, and that helped them get the lead.
And what a swing it was, Boog. Poetry in motion, and those are the type that you hardly feel when you connect with the baseball. Just so smooth, a great feeling off the bat.
Triolo brings it in, and that is that. Gone in order are the Brewers. They're still out in front 5-2. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year. Swings through that one out in front that time. Close, but called a ball. And the count is 1-1. That's a strike. This one in the air, center field. Mitchell moving under this one. One up, one down. This to center field. That one gets down for a hit. And that's a one-out single. O'Neal Cruz, the next Pirate to hit. 3 for 3, 2 singles, and a homer. Runner on the go. Pitch misses. Throw off the mark, and he's in there.
Couldn't have picked a better pitch to go on. It looked like he was going no matter what, but you steal bases so many times off the pitcher. Get that jump there. And if the catcher's great, he can make up the time, but if you've got good speed, he's not going to make it up.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Dustin May gives way, and not a great performance, but he leads with a big lead. New arm when we get back. Here comes the new arm for the Brewers, Jared Koenig. One out and a runner at second here in the top half of inning number 7. A little out front there as he swings through it. And down on strikes he goes. And out to one. Cruz wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. And the strike is overturned after review. Still 2 challenges left for them. And it's second. Stays alive. Just outside.
That's the ball.
And a full count now. Right side. Fires to first in time. There at the knees for a strike. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 2. Foul ball left left side. He'll see another. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Here's the 0-2. And a ground ball to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So one left for Pittsburgh, and the deficit remains 5-2. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Mason Montgomery.
He's averaging more than 1 hit allowed per inning pitched this season, and that's not where you want to be at all. So we'll see how he does here.
That's out to center field. And that gets down for a base hit. And aboard on the leadoff single. Back to the top of the order now. Next for Milwaukee, Bryce Terang.
Well, Blue, yet another standout game from him. Quick hands, great balance in the box. You can tell he puts a lot of work in, and it's paying off.
Now it bounces away. Can't squeeze it. No advance, though. Pratt gets his lead at first. Nobody out. That one just misses. A ball popped up. Triolo. And there's one down. That smash towards center. 2 away. Up now for Milwaukee, Garrett Mitchell. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. That one pushed foul. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity. Well,
That's
triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. Milwaukee leads 1, and it remains 5-2. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Hit hard on the ground is short. Slinging it to first in time.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Out towards right center field. Pulls it in on the run.
there's 2 in a row.
Now it's the shortstop, Connor Griffin.
That's low. That's a ball. Oh, yeah.
Two down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 8th.
Ball.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Cut on and miss, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. It's the Brewers 5 and the Pirates 2. Back here at American Family Field. Now the Brewers cleanup hitter, Andrew Vaughn.
Hey.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck, and it's into the gap. Makes the turn. He's digging for second. The relay throw. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
These guys today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Ground right side. He takes it on his own. One gone to the bottom of the 8th. So it's effectively a sacrifice bunt. The ground out to the right side moves the runner from second to third.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily intend to sacrifice it out like that, but still good situational hitting. They need to find a way to bring him in.
Ground ball left side. Throws to first in time. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Mason Montgomery out of the game. It's a 3-run game. Carmen Mlodzinski comes on now.
Important job for him to do right now with that runner on third as they try to add on to their lead. Just needs one out to get out of it, so this is a huge matchup in this game right here.
Sanchez in the box as he fouls off the first pitch.
Well, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
2 outs and a runner at third. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Got it. That ends the frame. It's the Brewers 5 and the Pirates 2. Back here in Milwaukee, all set to start the 9th in this one. Nick York getting ready to hit. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. Ripped to the left center, base hit. And that turns the lineup over.
Everything came together for him. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Jarrett Koenig done for the day. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. So the Brewers bring on a new pitcher from the pen, Aaron Ashby.
Definitely a guy that pounds the strike zone, makes hitters earn their way on base, and rarely gets in trouble because of free passes.
Yeehaw!
Comes up empty.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
Ball. Toss to second. They get the double play. And just one out to go now.
Hey, they made the matchup right there worked out perfectly. Got the ground ball double play, and that changes the complexion of this inning entirely.
So they're down to their final out. Digging in, Brian Reynolds. In the air, right field. Makes the catch. And the Brewers finish off the 4-game sweep.
Nice sweep in this series, and you continue playing at home. Everything feels good right now. This is the type of run that you could put together a nice, long winning streak. We'll see if they're able to do it in the next game.